Oftentimes I get asked the question, why do you guys only rent exhibits? It's funny because when you think about the logic from both sides, I think it makes total sense. So let's just start off with these two scenarios. The first scenario is we're building a booth and then we're going to execute it at a show for the next 3 years. So we have all those full creation costs. We've got the cost to store the booth. We've got the cost to ship the booth all around the country, depending on how rigid your trade show schedule is. We've got the cost to refurbish and refinish the surfaces so that it looks good. And then of course, you have those engineering and pre-staging costs. It depends on who you're working with that may come into play as well. At the same time, you're kind of stuck in a situation where you have this depreciating asset that you're going to use at the show and you're not going to get a fresh look from year to year. But for a lot of you, your product lineups, your branding, and the message that you want trade show attendees to receive could change from year to year. Let's compare the second scenario and rental options. So with this, the cost to refurbish and refinish, the cost to store the assets, and the cost to ship it are essentially brought back to us, the vendor. And then as well, the ability and flexibility that you have to change up the graphic production, to change up the look, the layout. You can create a totally different concept from one year to the next. And oftentimes what happens is you'll end up net spending 85 or 90% of what you normally would with a purchase booth. But with this, you've got all the flexibility in the world. All the finishes and surfaces of your booth will be perfect, and all the audio visual equipment and furniture will be completely modernized as those things change from year to year.